Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a review on this lovely palette here. I'm going to be also testing this palette out and showing you some swatches and everything. This is like an amazing palette, and yeah, if you want to see more about how I got this look and more of what's inside of this palette, then please keep watching. So firstly, I'm gonna show you the inside of the palette, and this is what the palette looks like. This is like the most stunning palette I've ever seen. Since I seen this palette online and before Sample Beauty kindly sent it to me, I definitely was so tempted to like purchase this palette, by the way, because like this is unreal. So the palette consists of 15 mattes and 15 shimmers, so it is exactly half matte and half shimmer palette. So you have also staples, a matte white and a matte black, and also a shimmery white and a shimmery black as well. So they give you a really good variety of neutrals in this. There's some like burgundy, cranberry, like purpley shades as well. So if you wanted to like experiment with some colour, they give you some pops of colour as well. This is more of a brighter orange, so you can kind of like warm up your look. And yeah, they have really nice neutrals. The shimmers are stunning. Like when I show you the swatches, these are like, they remind me of the look of, I think it's the Natasha Denona shimmers. They definitely remind me of them. So when I show you these shimmers, these definitely remind me of the Natasha Denona shimmers in the palettes, in her palettes. Like honestly, if you're searching for a Natasha Denona kind of formula, I would definitely go with this, because this palette, when I tell you the price, you're going to be so shook. Like this is so stunning. Like I've never seen a palette I love more, I don't think. So this is what the outside looks like. It's the Sample Beauty, the Equalizer palette volume 2. I do prefer this one over the first one. I don't have the first palette, but I do prefer the look of the volume 2 over the first volume. So yeah, I'm going to read you a bit about the palette, and yeah, let's get into it. So introducing the Equalizer palette volume 2, there's 15 mattes meet 15 shimmers. Our award-winning vegan and cruelty-free eyeshadow formulation has met its match with rich pinks, foiled shimmers and deep nudes. Similar to the Equalizer palette volume 1, we expertly matched each matte shade with a shimmer that perfectly complements its tones, creating ready-made looks for everyone. Want to switch things up? The colour story means each shade will work on its own or with another pan in the palette. Wearable for every day, yet buildable for a night out. This will be your guaranteed go-to palette. The Equalizer palette volume 2 contains 15 ultra pigmented mattes and 15 easy to blend shimmers, all of which are vegan and cruelty free. The palette is available to purchase at samplebeauty.com and beautybay.com as well, and the price is £21.95. I think that's an absolute bargain for this palette. So you can find them at Sample Beauty, and if you want to use the volume 2 palette and tag Sample Beauty, hashtag Sample Beauty and hashtag the Equalizer palette as well. So this is £21.95. It is cruelty free and vegan, so that is a massive plus in my book. Love the fact that it's cruelty free and vegan. I absolutely love that. So yes, what they've done with this palette is it is half mattes and half shimmers. So the mattes go with the shimmer shades, so they're kind of done like in pairs. So let's say there is, down the middle we have the pairs as well. So we have bitter, sweet here. So the bitter is the matte and the sweet is the matching shimmer. Then there is cherry and blossom. So these are like go together as well. On and top, so on top here, and then across the sides we have the exact same. So we have stripping down and tan o'clock, so these kind of like are supposed to match as well. So this is kind of like made it kind of like a, not a fun game, but it's kind of like fun mix and match, I guess. On the back it tells you some information as well, so I'm going to read that out. The Equalizer palette volume 2 contains 30 dreamy shades of nudes, oranges and soft pinks. The palette contains 15 silky mattes and 15 matching foiled eyeshadows with our new vegan formulation. Match Cherry with Blossom, which is what I showed you 2 seconds ago. Match Stripping with Down. Match Bottomless with Brunch. Match Love with Bite. So what's your pairing? I absolutely love this. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a company do this kind of thing. I've only really seen Beauty Bay do the numbered kind of system where you match the numbers, but this is like a whole new kind of like system to me. So you have Bottomless and Brunch, then we have Whispering Angel, then we have Feeling Myself, Daydream as well. You Can Do It. And then there's Comfort Zone. Down here there's Warm Smoky Eye, so they go really well together. This is like a warm brown and that is like a copper shade. Then we have Love Bite, so this is like a purpley brown, so I would say this one is in between these kind of 2 shades. And this is a really nice duochrome. So I'm going to swatch all of these for you as well. Then we have First Time, and then we have Black Male. So these all definitely go together, and it's kind of like an easy way to slap a matte in your crease and then have a shimmer matching with it in your lid as well. So I am probably going to just swatch the pairs, I think. So I'll do Stripping Down and then Tan O'Clock. So I'll do 2 pairs at once. So I'm just going to swatch these now for you. I haven't swatched them in the best way, but these are like, you'll be able to see that these are like amazingly pigmented. So this is Stripping Down and Tan O'Clock. So like, oh my god, can you see that the shimmers? Do you see what I mean about the Natasha Denona kind of formulation? I think they are very like, I don't know how to describe it, but they are more of like a duochrome kind of like silky shimmer, not like a pigmented shimmer, if you get what I mean. They're more silky. The mattes are definitely like pigmented, amazing. Like, they blend unreal. So I did this look already and I'm going to be showing you how I did it in the next bit of the video, but these blend unreal. Like, I don't think I would ever use another palette for neutrals again. Like, this is amazing. So these are the 2 pairs that I paired as well. So next up here we have Bottomless Brunch and Whispering Angel here. So I don't know if you can see in the light, but the shimmers, like, so this one's a colour that I've not really seen much before. So it's kind of like a lime green khaki almost, so it's a very like different kind of colour, and this is like a really good way to maybe spice up your neutral look when you do a neutral look. So that is a very like interesting colour. This is kind of like a, I wouldn't say coral, but it is more of a corally colour than the tan colour, which is bright orange. So that's more of a corally colour. This is Angel. This is like the lid, inner part of the lid that I'm wearing today as well. So I am actually wearing this shade on my eyes, and yeah, we'll get to the next swatch. The state of these swatches, oh my god. But I forgot to say that my arm isn't primed either, so I didn't like put any sort of primer or concealer underneath. So this is what it looks like on bare skin, and bear in mind, like, when you do an eye look, you would most likely use a primer or concealer when you do your eyeshadow. So this is like amazing without actually any primer whatsoever. So this is Feeling Myself, and this is Daydream. So I don't know if you can see what I mean about the kind of Natasha Denona formulation. So this is like a really duochrome kind of colour. So it's like a pink, and it's got a shift of green in it as well. Like, that pink is stunning. It's like a baby pink. I've never really seen that before in a palette. I think the closest I've seen to that shade is in the Be Perfect Carnival Love Tahiti palette. I've not really seen a shade that's kind of like this. And yeah, so that is the 2. I don't know if you can really see the browns, but they're really nice browns as well. So yeah. So this is You Can Undo It, and this is Comfort and Zone. So, like, I don't know if you can see, this, like, bronze shade is the most pigmented bronze shade I've ever used. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I've used bronze shades normally, like, from Morphe and Be Perfect kind of formulations, and they're never normally, like, that noticeably bronze shade. So this is very noticeable that it's a bronze, like pigmented bronze, if you get what I mean. I don't know if like that makes sense, but there is a noticeability kind of factor with this bronze. Then we have like Comfort Zone. This is like the ultimate combo. Like, can I just wear this on my eyes and that's it, please? Because like that's stunning, especially this zone colour. Like, that is pink, but it's got kind of like a shift of gold in it as well. Like, I've just totally ruined it, but it's got like a shift of gold, but it's still really nice pink. It's beautiful. So now we have Warm and Smoky Eye, and this is Love and Bite. This copper is like the most coppery copper I've ever seen, if that makes sense. I'm gobsmacked. So this is kind of like Bite is like a purpley duochrome with like gold green kind of undertones. So this combo definitely goes well together, and so does this really. I mean, they all do. This is the swatches of those shades. As you can see, I'm only going into these shades once with my finger, and like the pigment and the shimmer of these shades, I am totally blown away. I don't see the need to spend like 70, 80, 90 pounds on a palette when you have amazing quality in a palette like this. Like, this is unreal. You wouldn't even be able to tell on your eye if this was Natasha Denona or Sample Beauty. So you decide. Okay, so this is the bottom row of the palette. So this is First and Time. Then there's Black and Male. You can see the white and the black are very pigmented. The black is amazing, like one of the best blacks I've ever used. I have like tried the black in a look already, and it blends so good. Like, the Sample Beauty black shades are always amazing. Like, I've never really had any disappointment with the blacks. They always blend so good. Like, they're never patchy. The pigmentation's always amazing. Also, this white shimmer that looks like it's white in the palette, it's definitely like got a pinky green shift. So it's very much a duochrome shade. And also Male has like the silver glitter inside it. So like, these are stunning shades. I don't think you'll find these kind of shades in any other palette. I don't think so. Just let me know if I am wrong. Like, send me any comparisons that you can see compared to this palette, because I feel like this palette is quite unique. Like, I've not really seen anybody have this kind of concept and vision and colours in a palette than this. Like, it's blown me away, I'm not joking. So these are the matching shades of the bottom row as well. So I've been going like across the way just now, and now we are down to the middle row. So now I'm going to be doing the matching shades down the middle. So I've been going across this way in pairs, and now I'm going to be doing this middle row as well. Okay, so this is the final row, and it's just so annoying that I've not like done the swatches in a straight line, but anyway. So this is On Top, then this one is Bittersweet, and this one is Cherry Blossom. Like, I think this is my favourite shade. Like, this is so stunning. It's pretty much a pink with like green and blue flecks through it as well. This is a really nice colour as well. So it's like, you can't really see it well in the camera, but it's more of like a pink it's a purple with gold and pink flecks of glitter through it as well. That is such a nice range of pinks and purples. I just feel like this is a really nice addition to the browns and the neutrals in the palette. Like, you can just mix and match with these shades as well, so really, really nice. Okay, so I just zoomed you in slightly, and I'm going to be taking you through like what I'm going to be using as part of this look. So firstly, I'm using the shade Love with the Morphe M506 brush, and this is one of my favourite blending brushes. It's just really tapered and really small, but it doesn't like leave any harsh lines. And so I'm going to go in with Love. It's kind of like not a purple, but it's like more of a brown purple. I think now I'm going to go in with Warm, and I'm going to go in with a Jessup Beauty MUL12 brush. I got this out of a set, and it's like a makeup artistry kind of set. It has all different like blending brushes, really good for the price. Yeah, I'm just taking this on a blending brush like that, and I'm just taking that slightly above the purpley brown. This is more of a natural brown, it's like a warm brown. And I'm just slightly blending that out as well. So now I'm going to go in with a like larger blending brush, and this is a Morphe brush. It's in the like latest Glam Fam package that I got. It's like in a brush set, so I will leave that down below. I think it's in Strash Me's Christmas collection. So I'm going to go in with Whispering, and that's kind of like a terracotta colour. So I'm going to go in with this colour here, and I'm just going to blend that all out further. And it just like adds a bit of colour, but it blends everything else out as well. And they're blending so nicely. Like Sample Beauty shades are amazing, like their formula is so good. So now I'm just going to go back over the brown with the Jessup Beauty brush, and I'm going in with Warm, and I'm just going to go back in and deepen that up where we blended it out. So now I'm going to be going in with the Jessup Beauty Detailer brush, Detail Shader brush 237, and I'm going to dip into O'Clock, which is like a burnt orange. It's like a duochrome shift. This is what it looks like swatched as well. So it's like a burnt orange, and I think it would go really well with the Whispering shade. So I actually found that it looks better when I dipped my finger in, so I wouldn't really recommend using a brush with the shimmer shades unless you want like a soft shimmer, but I'd rather like a more intense shimmer, so I'm just using that with my finger. Wow, look at that, that's so nice. Those shimmer shades are so intense, like wow. So now I'm actually dipping into Angel, which is like a lighter shade than O'Clock, but it's kind of like the same peachy orange. So that's what it looks like, and yeah, so I'm just going to be dipping that in and using that on my finger, and I'm like kind of blending that into the matte shades in the crease as well. So now I'm going to do the other eye, and then I'll come back and show you my final thoughts and this final look. Okay, so this is the Sample Beauty Volume 2 Equalizer palette, and my final thoughts are that this is an amazing palette. I mean, there's nothing else really to it. Definitely Natasha Denona palette vibes, I would say. Even the packaging, I feel like it's not inspired by her, but it's kind of similar. The formulation, I'm not really sure. I've never tried Natasha Denona formulation, but the formulation is nearly, I would say, even better than Be Perfect Carnival palettes. I would say like it's definitely worth the money if you are interested in like having a new palette that's full of neutrals and half neutrals, half shimmers. Then I would definitely go for this, because it's everything you would ever really need in a palette. Neutral brown, but it is that kind of like neutral palette where you can add more pinks, more purples, or more orange, like warm kind of shades, so you can push to either way, but you still have those neutrals and those basic shades as well. So like they give this massive mirror inside that is stunning. So you can definitely, I would say you could travel with this. Like this is a kind of like the only palette you would need. If you were wanting to travel with a palette that you would think, like, I only really need certain shades, or like you would only really need one palette for everything, then I would say this palette would be the way to go, because it's not, I don't think it's not that heavy. So it's not that heavy. I would say like it's very travel friendly, and it doesn't take much room at all because it's so thin. So yeah, I would say it's amazing. It's definitely one of my favourite palettes of 2020. I know I said this about the dual tone palette as well, but I would say this has definitely overtaken it. But like, this is more of a palette for everyone, I would say. So if you're kind of the average person that doesn't get involved with makeup as much, then I would say definitely go for this palette. It's so affordable. I would say it's a really good gift for Christmas as well. £21.95 is amazing for a palette like that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and the review and the swatches and everything. So yeah, my final thoughts are just that, like, I love this palette. Sample Beauty is one of my favourite brands, and I've got a discount code I've said in other videos. If you want to end up purchasing the palette or anything from Sample Beauty, I have a little discount code that you can save 10% off on your purchases, and it would also help kind of like me out as well. I am affiliated with Sample Beauty, just a little disclaimer, but if you want to support like small content creators and use their discount codes, then I would really appreciate it, and it'll save you 10% off at checkout as well, so who wouldn't want that? So like and subscribe and turn those post notifications on down below, and just make sure that you subscribe if you definitely like my channel, because I'm trying to reach 300 subscribers by 2021. So by the end of the year, I really want to be at 300 subscribers or more if I can. I hope you really enjoyed my videos, and I will see you next week in another video. Bye! The Equalizer Volume 2 contains... The Equalizer Volume... Nope.